the artist disrespect you, like, oh, this nigga here.
Yeah.
But he got beats though. And then you gonna go sit in the corner and look like a and give him free beats. That's not how producing was back in the day. Niggas had to beg for Pharrell to lock in. Why is it now producers is
So you don't like beat tag? I seen you tweeted about that.
I don't like beat tag.
What's wrong with it?
I stopped liking them because it makes your beats dated.
Alright, as y'all watch this video, I want you to comment one thing you agree on and one thing you disagree. Now, as you comment, please explain your why. And what we're gonna do is I'm gonna be screenshotting some of these and putting them on the Instagram story. Let's go. All
right, man, welcome to another episode of the podcast, man. We got Digital Nas. We did an interview with you, what, 2 years ago?
Bro, 2 years ago, man. That's why I was so excited that that y'all even took my text, took my call. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, we gotta do a part 2 because it's been like a lot of growth.
You've been in the cave too, bro, working.
Bro, I've been stuck like long. It's been like 4-month journey since I got brought into the album and stuff like that.
So for y'all don't know who this is, man, he produced for NBA Youngboy, ASAP Ferg, Sheck West, Playboi Carti, Lil Yachty, Trippie Redd, BK the Ruler. But right now, I see that you've been working with Kanye, bro. So
yeah,
I don't know, bro. Let's start from the top of that. Like, start from the top, like how you even got noticed by Kanye.
So basically, it's this girl named Moa Loa, and she's Kanye's creative director. And then she was just playing my music around. She was playing her music around him, and then he was just like, "Who made this beat?" Blah blah blah. And she told him, and then I got an emergency call from my manager. I thought it was a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like, Kanye want beats. I'm like, all right. And then like the day go on, I'm in Vegas. The day go on, I get a DM from John Monopoly, DM from his other manager, like, yo, Kanye needs beats. I'm like, okay, this is serious. So I sent him 150 beats, like in a WeTransfer. And then the next day, it was turned into like, come to LA, boom, boom, boom. I came to LA, but I'm still not thinking nothing of it. You know what I'm saying? And then I was out there, thinking I was gonna be out there for like a couple of days. And then it turned into 4 months now. Just been on this journey. It's just been a long journey. We done went to different countries, different states, just locked in working on it. And I don't know if you guys missed the stadium party, but he played a lot of demos from the album on there. And the whole thing going around right now is like, nobody knows when the album is dropping. So.
How many songs you did on there?
So I produced Junior Watanabe with Kanye and Carti, Remote with Cudi, Youngthug, and Kanye on it. And then I touched every other song on the album. 808s, drums. Just went through every song and just touched it.
So it's like the first conversation you had with Ye when you seen him?
I mean, like, it was just like, yo, I'm really grateful, bro. I wished upon this my whole life. Like, that was like the first thing I said to him. But I mean, I didn't know what to say. You get what I'm saying? I'm not starstruck now, but at first I was obviously starstruck.
It was 4 months working on the project?
So far, it's not even done yet.
So what's that? Explain like the process of making the songs with Ye.
The process is more so like demos, a bunch of demos, and I would say like revising demos and more demos and demos and demos and demos and more demos and demos and demos and demos. Like the stuff you guys heard at the stadium was demos. So it's just like, that's the process.
So for producers who out there who don't really know what a demo is, how can you explain that?
A demo is like a freestyle, then putting words to the freestyle, then adding more words, and getting like that final painting of the song, you know, like the final product. Just like this unreleased Yeezy Gap jacket that's not out. You know what I'm saying? It's like went through a lot of processes to get to the final product. You know what I'm saying? Just throw that out there. I did model Yeezy Gap too.
So let's talk about that, like the marketing of Kanye, bro. I seen you retweeted someone saying he made like $7 million in the night off the jacket, bro.
Yeah.
So like, what is this like? Like, what is like being around his team? Like, you say you going around the world with him and stuff. Like, just explain like day to day with Kanye.
It's just a blessing, man. Like, it's just a super blessing. And like, I kind of felt like I had to come here, ProducerGrind, because it's not about me or Kanye. This interview is not about me, Kanye, or Donda. It's about really inspiring these young producers. Like, you remember that same kid, Digital Nas? Like, bro really just stuck to what he was doing. And I wanted to come talk to the youth at ProducerGrind and be like, yo, I never clout chased, I never dick rolled. I just made beats. And the right person heard my beats. And then I got the opportunity to even be a part of this project and learn a lot. You know what I mean? That's what it's all about. It's not about, oh, I produced for this person or I produced for that person. It's about doing what you love and sticking to it. It's not about the names you worked for, because in all honesty, the names I worked for, I built with. You know, and I worked with them when y'all didn't know who they was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not about just going to the top artists and getting a placement, because they ain't gonna respect you, for one. And it's like, really, it's about gaining respect before you work with an artist, rather than just working with an artist and saying, oh my God, I produced for blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? And that's just kind of like why I'm here, bro.
So let's backtrack. During your last interview, you was talking about just signing. Was it 2 deals?
Yeah. So in ProducerGrind Part 1, I talked about like I signed a publishing deal and a label deal with Warner Records. I'm still in my publishing deal, no longer in my label deal with Warner Records. I feel like, as far as deals, I feel like all you need to do is sign a publishing deal.
So explain. So that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, fast forward, it's been a couple years now. Is it like a beneficial thing? Do you advise producers to do that, or?
Yeah, I would advise every producer to sign a good publishing deal.
So what is a publishing deal? Like, what does it do?
Publishing deal is like when your song gets played on Apple Music or iTunes or radio, they collect your money for you, like your percentage of whatever record you did. Stuff like that. Trying to think. What else do they do? Basic performance royalties. They basically collect for you. That's kind of why I feel like every producer should sign a publishing deal, because it's just like, imagine like you having all this bread out in the world and you're not getting any of it. You might as well just take that advance from the publisher, let them collect all your bread and be like, yo, bro, you don't know, you just made, I'm just putting out a number like 100,000 in a year. But you would have never knew that. You get what I'm saying? Unless you mess with a publisher or you was on some nerd shit and really knew how to go get your money. But I'm too lazy for that. And I'm pretty sure every other producer is too lazy for that, because they in the studio making beats.
What's the difference between that and the label deal you had?
Label deal is just like finding, like I've always been doing my whole career, like finding artists before the blow up, signing them and producing their whole albums. So that was like kind of what the label deal situation was like. Just like on some like super A&R shit. Like, yeah, like bringing them to the label, getting them on, getting them with Warner and Warner funding the project. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
I mean, let's talk about that. Like, a lot of like producers now, they think that they gotta hit up like Kanye, or they gotta aim for Migos, but really like building an artist or coming up with an artist is really like the top secret for real. Like, that's how you really be respectful. You know what I'm saying?
The best way to do it as a producer is just to build with an artist. Don't dig right, they won't respect you. Don't send your beats out to niggas that have no respect for you. And stick to what you believe in. Like, a lot of producers be working with an artist and they don't even believe in the artist. They just know he got 1 million followers. It's like, you can't, how are y'all even creating?
That shit gotta be genuine for real.
It's not genuine, and that's like another reason why I have to come here is like to kind of let these young producers know, like, yo, bro, like, think about what you're doing. Like, you know the artist disrespecting you, like, oh, this nigga here.
Yeah.
But he got beats though. And then you gonna go sit in the corner and look like a bitch and give him free beats. So that's not how producing was back in the day. Niggas had to beg for Pharrell to lock in.
Yeah.
Niggas had to beg so-and-so to lock in, or whoever, big producers, Just Blaze. Why is it now producers is bitches?
So, all right, so let me ask you this then. Like, name 3 things you see right now that wasn't happening a couple years ago, producers doing that's like, bro, what is you doing, bro?
Just dick riding. Claiming they work with an artist, then you ask the artist and they don't know who the nigga is.
Damn.
Shit like that. And then
That should be happening?
yeah. Be like, I made this beat. And I know all these artists. Like, yo, you know this nigga?
But I feel like most of the time, most of these placements be from like, it would be like somebody like you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's coming from like loop makers. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
the artist's
yeah.
not gonna know the loop.
Shout out to Cubeatz too.
For sure.
Cubeatz got a placement on that album too.
So what's the third thing?
Third thing, I noticed like I noticed producers like nowadays they trying to build a name off a whole career that's supposed to like be in the background. That's kind of why I had a little tag that was like 3. I stopped using the tag. Like the whole point of the producer is to lay the sound out. Like if you want to be famous, you might as well rap. And I ain't gonna lie, like nigga, like bro, it's just like a lot of producers really want to be rappers. And it's just like, then why don't you just rap too?
Yeah.
Why you want to put a disgusting ass tag on the beat?
So you don't like beat tag? I seen you tweeted about
I
that.
don't like beat tag.
What's wrong with it?
I stopped liking them because it makes your beats dated. Some producers' tag was so hot at one point in time, but if they got that on that same beat in 2021, like, why is this nigga still hopping on this nigga beats? He was hot in 2011. When you don't use no tag, it's timeless.
So no tags on Kanye album?
Nah, I mean, I'm gonna be real. I try to put my tag where it is.
He ain't fucking.
I slipped it in there, and then Mike Dean was like, nah, take the tag off. So I was like, you know what? I hate beat tags. You're right. We don't need it. Because I was on some shit like, damn, I want people to know. But at the same time, it's like, you could look up the credits. Like, you could Google it. Like, you feel me? Like,
So is that release date accurate, bro?
it's no release date. Nobody knows. You feel me?
So let's talk about this relationship with you and Cubeatz, because you shouted him out in the last interview.
Yeah, I love Cubeatz. He produced on Remote with me. So Cubeatz has been there from the start. You know what I'm saying? Like, I seen him have Migos with big platinum plaques, all that. I'm talking about this man sent me hundreds of loops a week, never gave up on me, believed in me, and he thorough. He wasn't clout chasing. I was working with underground artists when he was sending me 100 loops while he got plaques with the Migos. Mm-hmm. And that's what this all about, bro. It's just all about sticking to what you believe in. That's why I love Cubeatz so much. Cause he the only loop maker that like really be sending me heat and like never gave up on me, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? He could have been like, nah, I ain't fucking with Nas. He only, you know what I'm saying? But he still like, he treated me as if I was Wheezy or a big producer, you know what I mean? And that's why I respect. That's why I'm always shout him out.
How you feel about producers like, oh, you use loops, you whack, you're not a real producer, you're not a real this, and that. Like,
man, I feel like everybody uses loops. It's different when you only use the loop, or it's different when it's like you have no part in the structure of the song, or it's different when it's like you have nothing to do with it and you only use the loop. Now that's different. When you just only use the loop, it's like, come on, bro. But you're supposed to take that loop and create from it, not like just, I got the loop and this is the beat. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because it's just like, it's just too easy to do that.
So what would you say, like, so this is post, I forget who made the post, but they made it like last week or 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
We had posted it. It was like a whole bunch of people arguing about it. But like, do you think there's a difference between a beat maker and a producer?
I feel like before I was a beat maker, I feel like just learning how to create music throughout this journey that's still going on is like, you really become a producer. Like, a producer is actually the person that doesn't make the beat. A producer is the person that is telling the beat maker how to make the beat. It's saying, I want this. I want that in it. I want toms here. I want hi-hats here. I want drums here. But he didn't make the beat. He produced it.
Yeah.
I feel like producers, when they hear beat maker, they think that's a bad thing. But I don't think beat maker is necessarily a bad thing.
Every producer needs a beat maker.
So when you was working with like Yachty and like Trippie and Carti, would you consider yourself a beat maker then?
For sure. Yeah, I was just making the beat. Like, had no say in how the records came out. had no say in like, yo, you should say this, say that. Like, had no say in it. You know what I'm saying? So for sure, I was just a beat maker. There's a lot of people that are beat makers and they're mad about it, but I'm like, bro, that's the funnest job. But yeah, like I would definitely say I was a beat maker.
Do you think you peak at a certain respect level as a beat maker rather than a producer?
It's a beat maker and it's a producer. You shouldn't feel lower because someone else is calling themselves a producer.
Yeah.
Because he can't create without you.
So it's just playing positions.
Playing positions. And I feel like that's one thing I've learned is just play your position, bro. Like everybody got a position. And if one person is feeling like they not shit because they playing a position, best believe somebody else gonna come take your spot and play it happily. It's like a janitor that's mad he got the janitor job. It's a nigga in Mexico that can't wait to get that janitor job. And he gonna play his role. And that shit might lead him to becoming a multi-millionaire because he done learn how to be a janitor the right way. And now he own a business that's worth multi-million just because he played his position right.
Mm. Can you tell us some situations where you had to sit back and be like, damn, bro, like, I really want to be the person that's running everything, but I got to play my position?
Yeah, for sure. That's what I'm doing right now. It's like, I'm just playing my position like I got to learn. I'm not ready to fully lead yet. I can lead a little bit, but it's just like, hell no, I'm not there yet. I still got to learn. I still got a lot to learn, but I feel like I'm learning from the right people. So it's like when I am there, I could fully say like, yo, just listen to me.
Mm.
Like I had to play the follower for a long time. I had to be led for a long time to even get to this point to be able to be like, yo, bro, let's do this. If you don't want to do it, another nigga will. Because they respect me. If you don't got no respect for me, that means you just don't want to be led by a nigga who learned how to lead. I feel like that's what it's all about. It'd be niggas wanting to lead, but they don't even know how to lead.
That's big facts. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not finna sit here and say, like, I'm running shit. Like, I'm not nowhere near running shit. But I'm definitely on my way.
So what did you do different this time? Because I know in the last interview you was talking about how, like, basically you got this big chunk of money and you just stopped working.
Yeah, bro, this time it's just like even like, I've been locked in at the stadium working on the album for weeks. You get what I'm saying? And as soon as I got out of the stadium, I went straight to the crib and got right back to work at my studio. So it's just like, it's just about staying grounded. And my studio at my mama's crib. And I still live with my mom. So it's just like staying grounded. You know what I'm saying? I've lived in big cribs. I've lived in big condos, $4,500 a month rent. Why am I doing that? To impress some hoes that don't care about me? I'm gonna go back to my mama crib and grind.
I seen you talking about that on your story too. You was like, so what, nigga? I'm at my mama crib, nigga. Like,
yeah. I'm just like, I did all that shit. I posted the whole journey. Like, if you look at my Instagram, I'm been posting where I'm at, posting the journey. I can't physically post who I'm working with and shit, but it's out now, so I could be like, yo, boom, boom, boom. But it's just like before I couldn't even post. Like, so imagine just working on this shit, knowing you can't even like post what's really going on. So you got to give hints. Like, no, I'm in Mexico in a bulletproof car again. I'm gonna just give y'all a hint. Like, you can't even get those in Mexico. So it's just like, they'll get it eventually. And then when everything starts coming out, it's like, yeah, this is what I've been doing this whole time I've been.
I want to go back to talking about the stadium. Yeah. They say Kanye living in the stadium and shit. Like, what's the vibe like living at an actual stadium?
I never lived at the stadium. I think only he would know that. Because, like, I definitely didn't live at a stadium. I was definitely staying at a super nice hotel.
So enlighten us on how close you are to Kanye as far as you not staying with him, but you going across the country, going to different countries with him. Like, what's our relationship like?
He's just like, that's Unc. Shout out to Unc. That's Unc, bro. He just showed me love as soon as he met me. That's Unc. That's fam.
So who are the people you was working with out there?
Bro, I've worked with pretty much every artist. Like, let me be real with you. Like, after meeting him, like, seeing everybody that came through. Because I don't want to put names out there. I'm just not that type of person. But, like, I'm going to just be real with y'all. I've met pretty much every artist ever. Built relationships with them.
During the album?
During the creation of the album.
As a producer, like, what do I got to do with my brand to be recognized by big people like Ye or just any artist?
Don't worry about Ye.
It's going to come to you if it comes to you.
Yeah. Don't worry about nobody else. Do what you do. Find your friends who you believe in. Work with them. That's how you do it. That's how I did it. And that's like why I wanted to come out here and talk. Cause I want to tell niggas like, yo, I'm the nigga who did it, bro. Like, I'm the nigga who really never did none of that weird shit. Like, and still am going where I want to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was the nigga who never did that. I was the nigga who never sent beats to niggas. I was the nigga who only fucked with niggas who had a little bit of respect for me. And I built relationships with them. And I became friends with them. And then it was nothing to be like, Nas, I need you on my album. Nas, I want you. Nas, come here. And I feel like that's how you get respect as a producer. It's just building with human beings as friends instead of like looking at them like a meal ticket.
I feel like producers miss that now. Producers look at like artists at like stocks now. You know what I'm saying?
Stocks. They like, I'm like, nigga, all I ever did was say, damn, we got 1,000 plays on SoundCloud. This shit hard. Yo, where you at, gang? Pull up on me. And then that turned into gold. But it was just because like energy is priceless. So it's just like energy is priceless, bro. If you believe in it, you'll be surprised how far it'll go.
So let's talk about SoundCloud. I know you was big on SoundCloud on your last interview. In 2021, going into 22, is like SoundCloud dead, underrated, overrated.
SoundCloud is the best thing ever. That's all I use is SoundCloud. Like I get annoyed at the ads. My cheap ass, I ain't buying. I'm not buying the not ad-free SoundCloud. But I do get annoyed at the ads. But like SoundCloud, y'all gotta fix that. But it's just like I love SoundCloud, bro. I think SoundCloud is gonna last forever.
Name some underrated artists on SoundCloud.
Zaman Shawty, Young Phil, Crash Jordy, Scoop, Lil Skirt, Surf Gang coming up now, but I guess you could consider them. I'm trying to think of niggas who really underground, like 1,000 plays type shit. Fucking Tay Supreme. Who else? Bro, all I do is listen to SoundCloud. If I didn't mention any names and y'all know I be liking your stuff on SoundCloud, you already know. Like, all I do is listen to SoundCloud. I don't really listen to mainstream music at all.
When a producer is building with an artist, I feel like both of their problems is, okay, how do we push the music? So, like, what are ways producers can help the artists they building with, like, push their music?
Buy marketing. I got bread. Put money into marketing. Get it off the muscle. Invest in yourself.
What are, like, some marketing plays you could do?
Buy SoundCloud reposts. But they got the YouTube shit now. They got the
ads.
YouTube ads. It's a lot of stuff. Like it's very easy to get your music heard. To be honest, it's just like you gotta do what you gotta do. If you believe in yourself, you feel like you gotta go do what you gotta do to get your chicken, and you want to invest it right back into your career. That's what you gotta do.
What are some things brand wise to invest into?
Brand wise, yourself. I feel like yourself is the biggest brand. I feel like working on your image, being marketable, like really self-reflecting on yourself, self-reflecting. Looking at yourself in the mirror and be like, yo, what can I work on?
I understand that, but I mean, like, how could you invest into your brand with that money you was talking about? Yeah, because I know, like, of course you can invest into, like, reposts and stuff like that and playlists and ads, but, like, before that, you got to have some type of value. You know what I'm saying? The way you look, the way you sound. Like, how would you invest into your brand?
Network. Like, literally go to events and meet people. Like, if they fuck with you, they fuck with you. If they don't, fuck them. That's how I would do. That's what I did. Just being me. I didn't know what would happen. Like, I didn't know anybody I worked with would be big. I just liked their music, bro. And that's what it's about. It's just find who you like, attract to them, build with them, and you'll be surprised what will happen.
So let's talk about the artist you building right now, BK the Ruler.
I wouldn't say building, but helping a little bit with.
So, like, explain, how did y'all first meet?
There's a person that introduced me to her, and then it's just like, I didn't know who she was, but her music was the most fire music I ever heard. And then, like, it just kind of went from there. And then it just turned into Lincoln. She had signed. And her label tried to put us together. And then it just kind of worked out, like, damn near like Godspeed. It was just kind of meant. And we just linked up. We just started hanging out every day and then making music.
Genuine shit.
Genuine shit, bro. Genuine, bro. I'm telling y'all, that's the key to this whole shit. Why I'm here is to tell y'all that like genuine energy will take you very far because a person could tell when you're just trying to get a placement.
So how do y'all come up with this, like, you have a very, like, unique sound, you know what I'm saying? Now labels trying to make the next, you know what I'm saying? The last record, they trying to make the same hits over and over, but like, what's your thought process when you're making a beat, like, the sound that you come up with?
Go into it out of the matrix. Like, what if you hear a certain bop, go against it. If you hear a certain sounds that everyone using, use a different one. If you see a certain hi-hat pattern, make a completely different hi-hat pattern. So that way your shit stand out. But it's also like you don't want to try to make it stand out. I feel like you just kind of got to go with what you believe in. Just rock out. Like, don't try to make something that's already made. Because then it'll just be like, whoa, this is great, but it's a carbon copy.
What should producers do in a situation when it's like, hey, I got this beat, bro, and they're like, damn, this shit is fire, but I need that little baby type shit.
I'll be like, get the fuck out of here. If you want the little baby shit, go work with a little baby producer, because that's not me.
So you ever rejected work before?
Hell yeah, I reject work every day.
Damn.
Big names too?
Big names. I don't care about that. Like, I don't care. I wanted to work with Kanye my whole entire life. Like, yes, I couldn't wait for this day to even be able to experience being in this man's like world. Yes, but it's been big artists that I've not wanted to work with that have wanted to work. I'm not gonna mention names, but only name I'll mention is Kanye, because obviously that's like currently what I'm working on. But it's just like, yeah, bro, I've turned down artists a lot. Like, I don't care about. It's weird, bro. It's gonna be weird when I say this. I don't care about money. There's not a amount of money you could give me to make me work with someone.
I respect that.
Yeah, like, I don't care about that.
So what else you been doing besides like production these past 2 years?
Modeling, making my own music. I'm working on my own album, DN3. Engineered, I've been mastering, engineering. I mix all my stuff. I mix all BK stuff. I'm about to start taking in a lot of artists, actually, and just working with them. So that's like kind of what I'm focused on, like building with artists. And I feel like just getting back to my roots, like how I started is how I want to get back to.
So in the last interview, you was talking about like you was just getting into engineering. Like you was watching tutorials and all that type of stuff. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how far you at right now?
The best.
You be engineering Kanye shit too?
Nah.
Being a producer is like engineering something I need to know.
If there's no engineer in the room and you know how to engineer, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna be getting mad placements.
Hell yeah. For sure.
For sure, bro. So it's just like, yeah, I think every producer should learn how to engineer. Actually, yes. The answer is yes. Pierre was like that. He was engineering and producing, and that's why he's where he's at today.
Hell yeah.
So I feel like, yeah, I kind of felt like I kind of said everything I had to say, bro. Like, I came here with one mission, and that was just to inspire these producers. I don't give a fuck what y'all see other niggas doing. I'm telling y'all right now, trust what I say, and it will work.
Which is basically be genuine.
Be genuine. Stop letting niggas bitch you out when you working your ass off to give them beats and just for them to pass on the beat. Stop doing that. They not gonna respect you. Work with niggas who respect you and build from there. That's the main reason why I wanted to come here. I said I gotta go to ProducerGrind.
So, I mean, that's pretty much it, bro. That's the end of this podcast.
Viral movie. Yeah, gang, bro, I appreciate y'all.
No problem, bro.
So,
Like, that's really what I wanted to come do, bro.